First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. This one is about the 2/3's, Jake, the snake, and the Eves who like to deceive. You have a lot of them mocking and scoffing when it comes to the men of the Lord, when it comes to the saints that's on the edges and highways and byways pushing this truth with sincerity. A lot of them love to scoff and mock the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. A lot of them loves to scoff and mock. But foremost, we're gonna bring it to let the word speak. We're gonna let the book talk. For all you scoffers and mockers. We're going to take it to Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. A lot of you brothers and sisters who've been following this truth, overhearing this truth, and knows about this truth, a lot of y'all are really truthfully 2/3. Because when the truth is out and the words is being spoken and being read on the hedges and highways and byways, or from just a basic person who's following the truth, a lot of y'all like to scoff and mock the words of the Lord and like to cast his words behind thee. But a lot of y'all gonna feel a lot of judgment when the time comes. I can't stand 2/3, you Jakes, the snakes, and you Eves who like to deceive. You got a lot of brothers on the hedges and highways pushing this truth with sincerity. You know, y'all like to scoff and mock the name of the Lord, as well as the brothers on the hedges and highways and byways. We're going to take it to 2 Chronicles. (36) and verse 16. But they mock the messengers of the Most High Yahweh and despise his words and misuse his prophets until the wrath of the Most High Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. A lot of y'all gonna get a severe judgment in these end times. Y'all scoff, y'all mock the messengers of the Most High, y'all despise his words. Y'all misuse his prophets and make jokes and do things to make money, or turn the churches into a merchandise. A lot of y'all gonna face the wrath. He's gonna punish a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all gonna get punished. Let's take it to the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 2. There's going to come a time he's going to punish y'all. As you can see, Amos chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of the families of the earth. Speaking of you 2/3. Therefore, if I will punish you for all your iniquities. A lot of y'all think y'all going to escape this judgment. When y'all meet this judgment, either facing the Lord or if you're still down here on earth, to receive that second death through nuclear war and the nuclear missiles that's going to eventually drop on this sinful kingdom. The Lord is not playing around with you 2/3. Y'all going to receive punishment very deeply and very dearly. Y'all going to see that judgment. Whether you lose your job, you lose your house, you lose your car, the Lord knows what's going to take place for tomorrow. The days ahead, the days that's coming. You know, a lot of y'all don't like listening. A lot of y'all have hard ears. A lot of y'all don't like to listen. Y'all think y'all know everything. Matter of fact, let's take it to the book of 2 Timothy. Chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. A lot of y'all claim to be knowing the words of the Lord, but when it comes to sound doctrine, knowing the Lord comes with the volume of the book, a lot of y'all gonna turn your ears away from the sound doctrine of his words by casting his words behind thee wickedly and unrighteously. That's going into you 2/3, you Jakes, the snakes, and you Eves who like to deceive. Y'all don't like to listen to sound doctrine. Y'all got your own lustful thoughts, carnal-minded thoughts, heaping to yourself as teachers, clogging up your ears, claiming you have itchy ears and don't want to hear anything. And a lot of fables is being pushed in these churches today. And, you have some camps out there that is pushing some fables as well, too. Because they have a lustful, carnal mind that, they think that they wouldn't be judged either because they just on the hedges and highways pushing truth, which is not 100% truth. A lot of these rebellious places and rebellious households and rebellious churches that's full of idolatry and a lot of wickedness, claiming to be holy, claiming to be godly, and it's full of idolatry. We can also take it to the second book of Timothy, chapter 3, verse 5. A lot of people having a form of godliness, but denying the powers thereof. From such turn away. You have a lot of people in the world today who's professing to be holy, godly, claiming to be a saint, but really their minds are very carnal. Their heart is very carnal. Their spirits is very carnal. They perform a godliness, but when you look at their works, they don't like to endure sound doctrine. They don't like to hear the words of the Lord. They think they know everything that's in that book, and truthfully, they really don't know anything. They really don't know anything. That's that form of so-called godliness, which they don't really have. As we could go back to the book of 2 Timothy 3 and verse 5. Like it said, having a form of godliness, but denying the powers thereof. From such turn away. A lot of people is in these rebellious houses, claiming to know the Lord, knowing that the Lord don't dwell in a temple made of hands. The heavens is his throne, and the earth is his footstool. A lot of people take that for a joke in these buildings, claiming to be so-called churches and thinking the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua is dwelling in those churches and those buildings. He doesn't dwell in a building made of hands. Let's take it to the book of Ezekiel. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. So many brothers and sisters today, as you can see, even with the heathen nations, a lot of them is just lovers of their own self. They're very proud, disobedient to parents, unholy, unthankful. They don't really care about nothing today. They very selfish, wicked, prideful, boasters, lovers of their own selves. And they blasphemers of to the Most High and this sound doctrine. I realize a lot of people is just really scoffers and mockers, when you really look at it. We can go back to the book of Galatians. 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High Yahweh is not mocked. For whosoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. It's a lot of people that's about to reap a reward on the left-hand side from the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. You know, it's not a joke dealing with this name. This name is very, very powerful. And since I came across this truth, I've been learning a lot from different camps, especially GMS, who's pushing 100% of this truth. They are really, really pushing 100% of this truth. And as you can see, if you Google or you type in GMS in YouTube, it's a lot of GMS camps out there all throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, you have in New York, you have in Carolina, Orlando, Florida, and so on, etc. You know, even overseas, outside of the United States. But back to the topic, a lot of y'all are scoffers and mockers of the Most High. And a lot of y'all is going to get a reward on the left-hand side as punishment. You know, 2/3 of you Jakes, the snakes, and Eves who like to deceive will receive punishment. The Lord only knows his children, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel. So a lot of y'all that like to play around and scoff and mock and joke and not listen and perform a holiness and trying to act like you got godliness with you, but really dwelling in a rebellious house, a lot of y'all gonna face a lot of judgment, man. Let's take it back to the book of Amos again. Chapter 3, verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, if I will punish you for all your iniquities. It's gonna become a time and a day 2/3 of you Israelites is gonna receive judgment for being wicked and ignorant. But you know, I know a lot of y'all taking y'all time trying to find out what's really the truth from what's real and what's fake. But the Lord comes with the volume of the book. You cannot ignore the words of the Heavenly Father and think you know it all from what you see with your two eyes. It's things out here in life and in the world you can't see with your two eyes. You know, it's spiritual. This is a spiritual fight. But, you know, I'm going to end it here. You know, this is my second video. I'm getting used to actually trying to teach and feed the flock, feed the sheep. And I'm going to end this video right here by giving all honor and praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders in the great millstone who've been pushing 100% of this truth for decades and decades. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect who've been seeking this truth with sincerity, with a positive and productive mind. Kwame Sharala, Kwame Sharala, Kwame Sharala. Shalom.